jump in here and say thank you if you let the ads roll. I don't put them in the middle purposely in the beginning, but in the end I have them because I make a little cash on that. And if you want to buy me a beer, I've got a link to that below too. Don't feel, like you have to, but if you want to, there it is. So many thanks for your support. Welcome everybody, just a classic song by Aerosmith, Dude Looks Like a Lady. We are in standard tuning. I've written this out so my notes will be right below. You can download those. We're going to go over the whole song, including Perry's wonderful solo, which to me is kind of off the cuff, but he does some really great licks. Watching these guys do it live, they're kind of all over the place, depending on the feel, really, I think. So I'm going to give you options on how to play this, and you can play it what's most comfortable for you. I've written it out for how I feel. The recording kind of follows the main guitar. So the intro starts out with that wonderful 4-strike lick, and it's really an A power chord, but we're not going to play the 4th string. We're going to play the 3rd string here at the 2nd fret, and we're going to add on the 5th fret the 2nd and 3rd string. But the key to it is plucking string and then up and down stroking on the 2 and 5s. And it's very fast. So if you don't get it, just do 3 ups and downs, down, up, down. You got it. I mean, again, it's really a feel thing, but what I hear in the recording, slowed down with riff station, that's what they're doing. So then we are into the first part of the intro that covers kind of the chords that are in the chorus, really. All right, we're going to be moving from A to G, 4th root, and then going to a D and D suspended, but we'll only be playing on the 4th string, kind of open to playing the 3rd and 2nd. All right, so I'm going to show you the hybrid way. I'll talk about that, but you can definitely strum this. All right, so hybrid picking is picking and using your fingers. So hybridly, I'm going to pick the 5th string, and then I'm going to pick the 4th string, and also pluck with my finger the 3rd string, and we'll be at 7 and 9 for that. So we do that twice, then we pick the 5th string again, move that up, and hybrid pick from what's now a G chord, all right, on the 5th to 7th fret, and slide into that A again. And then hybrid pick it one more time. All right, one more time, I'll just pick it. Then we're going to pick the 4th string and pluck the 2nd while we pick the 3rd hybridly. So we do that twice. Then we pick the 4th string again before we add our middle finger down on the 8th fret of the 2nd string and pull off back to the 7th fret. So the 2nd half. All right, so together, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a round. We're going to do that 4 times, okay, before they start in with the 1st position. So the second half of the intro is really kind of where the second guitar enters. So if you want to keep playing up here, that's absolutely fine, but the second guitar really comes in at this point in the first position, and he does some chording and some lead notes into the chords that really make this stand out. All right, this is also the chorus, but in the intro we had the first part, if you will, 4 times through. We're going to do this first position 4 times through, then we are into the verse. But when you come into the chorus, you'll be playing either this first position or this other position up at 5 to 7. All right, so first position, what we're going to do is we're going to hit an A power chord twice, and then to an open E string to the 3rd fret of that E string with a slight pull. Back to an A. Alright, so we have this so far. Then to a D power chord, so we'll just be hitting the 4th through the 2nd string. Alright, so we have this. So it's important at that point, all the chords you've hit, other than the 6th string, are just chords, power chords. Alright? At that point, after we hit that D power chord, what we're going to do is hit the 4th string open and back down on that D power chord. Back to the 4th string open and reference a G chord by covering the 3rd and 2nd string on 3rd fret. We'll leave the 3rd string open. So we have this. Let me take it from the beginning. Then back to 2 D power chords. Okay, those leader notes are important. This is one of those songs you can really make your own, all right? So that is basically, that riff will be repeated 4 times in this last half of the intro. Then that becomes the chorus. We're to the verse. All right, for the verse, we're going to do a very similar lead-in, hitting the A twice, the E, open 6th string to the 3rd fret, pull down slightly, back to an A. Then when we get to the D, we can leave our first finger off. Go ahead and put your 2nd finger on and use your pinky on the 3rd string, 6th of a D. So we're hitting, let's go through up to that point. Then we repeat it. So it's 2 hits on a D, 1 hit with the 4 down, and then 1 hit off. That's kind of like a 1 part of it, and then we do it again. So it's 2 down, 2 D's, 1 with the 6th, and then 1 without. And then it repeats. Now you don't have to do that. You can just do the D power chord on the 4th and 3rd string. All right, we're going to do that full thing 3 times. And it's semi-palm muted. It is, but it isn't. So there's a little bit ringing out, but not a whole lot. All right, on the 4th time, after we place our 4th finger down, we're just going to hit the D twice and hold it. All right, so we'll have this for the 4th time through the verse. emphasize that at different part or different verses. All right, it'll be more of a or so you'll hear it again. It's just that little flavor that leads us into the chorus. All right. For the chorus, like I said, you can play either this 5th to 7 or 7th to 5th position, or the first. Again, it's really up to you, however it's easiest. I wrote it out in the first position. So we got verse 2, then we're into chorus 3, again, just like we've learned, and then we're into the bridge. All right, the bridge obviously is going to be different. We're going to go up to this A, hit it 3 times before we come back to a G, slid back to the A, and then slid down to the 3rd fret, which would be an F. And then hold that, all right? It's really on the 4th and 3rd string. If you want to add your pinky on the 2nd string following it, all right, it's optional, but again, it is what it is. 3 times through, then we move to a D, all right? We're going to hit D, open A, and then catch a C slid into D. And then we hit it again. To an E power chord, 6th fret, and then a G power chord. Then we're into the solo rhythm, all right, or the solo. The solo rhythm, which we'll cover, is the verse, and we're going to do that 3 full measures. We won't kind of pause on that until the 4th measure, so we're just doing all right. Then we're into the post solo rhythm. So after the solo, I'm calling this in my notes post-solo rhythm. It could be bridge too, whatever. What we're going to do is 2 measures long. The first measure is basically done twice with the scratches. The second measure changes a little bit. We've got a note held, and then we have a power chord ending it. All right, so we're going to start out. This will be an E power chord. 3 times, down, up, down, real quick, to a D, and then D, hitting that, sliding back up to E, and then hitting E. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 4 scratches, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 scratches. So we have this. The 3rd time, we're going to go to the 2nd fret of the 6th string and give that a pull down and vibrato. All right, so it'll sound like this. The last time goes to a G power chord. Then we're into chorus 4. Chorus 4 just keeps repeating like we've learned the chorus, and we fade out. So again, however you want to play it, whether it's in the 1st position or the 7 to 5 position, you're good. All right, we'll go over Perry's solo, and you'll have the whole song. Perry's solo starts out in this 1st position, and I'm going to play the first half measure for you. So what we're doing there is we're going to hit the open 5th string to the 2nd fret with a bend and release, and then hitting the open 5th string again. Then we come to the 3rd string, we'll pull off from 2 to open, landing on 4 on the 4th string. Back to the open 3rd string. Then a pull off from the 3rd string, 4th fret to the 2nd to the open, landing again on 4, back to open. Then he moves to the 5th string and we'll do a pull off from the 3rd fret to open 3 times, landing on the 3rd string at 2. So that whole first half of the solo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, then we kind of start like over again. Alright, we're going to do the exact same lick on the 5th string. So it's hitting the 5th string open, 2nd fret with a bend and release, and then open again. Then we move to the 6th string. So when we hit the 6th string, it'll be 3rd fret to open 3 times. Then we move to the 2nd fret of the 5th string with a bend and release, and then hit open. So we have this so far for the second half. Then we go to the 3rd string and pull off from the 2nd fret to open, landing on 2, back to open on the 3rd, and finishing out the measure on 2 with a little vibrato of the 3rd string. So that last half of the first measure, for the second measure of the solo, we're in the 5th position and we'll be really referencing around C and D chords and so forth. So it'll sound like this. Alright, for the second measure, we're going to be in the 5th position and it'll sound like this. So that's the first half. What we're going to be doing is hitting a double stop on the 3rd and 2nd string at 5. Then we take the 3rd string at the 7th fret, pull off to 5, landing on 7 on the 4th string. Just lay your fingers down, catch 7 to 5 with a little vibrato. Then we slide into 8 and 9 and hit that for a triplet. Come back to 7 twice, to 5 twice, and then a pull off from 7 to 5, landing on the 4th string at 7, back to 5, double stop. So what we have so far, I know this is a lot. Second half up to that point, well, it's really the whole first half of the second measure. At that point, we're going to do a little string skipping. We're going to hit 5 on the 5th string, hammered into 7, and catch the 5th fret of the 3rd and 2nd string twice. We'll do that twice, but we'll do the hammer on 3 times. Then we come to 7 twice on that 3rd and 2nd string, back to 5, back to 7. And then we're going to do 7 on that 3rd and 2nd string with a bend and release and pull off to 5. So you got to kind of really push your finger down there. Alright, back to 7 and 5. So that is the second half of the measure. So all together slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the third measure of the solo is really going to be using some double stops along with a bend. We're going to be bending 7 and catching 8 at the same time. So bending 7 on the third and 8 on the second and first string. Then we hit it 3 times, unbent. And then bend it again, and then 3 more times. Then 1 more time just on the third and second string. Slide that 8 up to 10 on the second string. Then come back to the second and third string at 7 with a bend and release to 5. Then we'll hit 7 on the third string with a bend to the 5 on the second and third, and then 5 on the first. Alright, so we have this. Okay, Perry does this again. It's really off the cuff and it's played very quickly. So unless you slow it down or just jam, because he doesn't play this the same live. He's just kind of improvising. But again, that's what's on the recording. So the second half of this third measure, we're going to bend up the third string at 7 and then hit 5. And then 7 on the third and second string pulled off to 5. Then a little muted note on the fourth string. And then 7 pulled off to 5 and 5 again. Alright, so we have this. Then we're going to do that bend with the 2 8s. And then 2 without. Again with a bend and 2 without, 2 more times. Then we change positions. So now what we're going to do is slide in on the second string to 17 and then catch a third string at 19 before we do some kind of Chuck Berry. We go back and forth from 17 on the first to second back to the first. Another bend on the third string, catching 17 on the first, and then 20 pulled off to 17. Another bend to 17 on the first, to 17 on the second, and then 20. Back to 17 on the first. Then another bend on 19, catching 17 twice on the first. Another bend on 19, catching 17 on the first to 17 on the second, with a pull-off from 20 to 17. So again, it's one of those things, you know, if you're playing with the recording, you really have to slow this down and get the feel for it. But once you have it under your fingers and your muscle memory, it will come together. So we have this. Alright, the fourth and final measure, which is, again, real memorable, and took me a lot to figure out. So the last measure of the solo is still here at the 17th position. What we'll do is start out on the third string. Alright, so it's kind of like a pull off from 20 to 17, and then twice the second time through this measure. So we have this. 19 bent up, catching 17 on the first string to 20 on the second, and then 20 pulled off to 17. Then we'll do that again, but we'll pull off 20 to 17 twice. Then we end it with 20 bent up on the second string to 17. Alright, we'll do that 4 times. And that is the whole song. So like I said, I've written this out. Really hope that helps everybody. Wonderful song to play and make your own. So I hope you guys enjoy.